Imagine this. Your sister is getting married. It's the happiest day of her life. The whole family is there, flowers everywhere, music, laughter. But you're carrying something deep inside. A loss no one wants to talk about. Pain you've buried for years. And when you finally speak his name, your late father, you're told you've ruined everything. Today's story isn't just about weddings and speeches. It's about grief, family, and the question no one wants to answer. Is it wrong to remember someone, even when others want to forget? If you've ever struggled with speaking your truth or honoring someone you've lost, hit that like button, subscribe to Secret Shed Stories, and stay with me. Because what you're about to hear is raw, honest, and painfully real. Let's begin. My name's Kate. I'm 26 years old, and I've always had a complicated relationship with my family. Not because I caused trouble, but because I was too much of a reminder of the past. My dad passed away when I was only 18, and after that, everything changed. My mom remarried pretty fast. My younger sister, Emily, was only 15 at the time, and she coped by pretending he never existed. For me, though, my dad was everything. He raised me, encouraged me, believed in me when no one else did. Losing him wasn't just painful. It was like someone took the foundation out from under my life and expected me to keep standing. So when Emily's wedding was coming up, I was genuinely happy for her. I wanted her to have her special day. I helped with the planning, ran around doing errands, even took off work to support her. But the entire time I could feel it. His absence. There were no pictures of him in the slideshow. No mention of him in the ceremony. Not even a seat saved in his memory. It was like he never existed. Like he was some ghost only I still remembered. So there we were at dinner. The whole table set with the kind of fancy dishes Mom saves for holidays. Her fiancé, Greg, was sitting at the head like he'd been there forever. My older sister, Emma, was smiling and pretending like this was just another family meal. But it wasn't. Not for me. It had been barely 2 years since we buried our father. The man who raised me, read me bedtime stories, held my hand during thunderstorms, and who literally died while trying to help a stranger during a snowstorm. And now, I was expected to sit across the table from this new man. I tried to be polite. I did. But then Greg started talking about how excited he was to become a real father figure. And that word, father, just didn't sit right with me. He said something like, "I know I'm not replacing anyone, but I hope to be the dad you kids deserve." That's when I lost it, just a little. He said, "Actually, we had a dad. A great one. And no one can replace him." Got quiet. Fork stopped moving. Emma gave me a sharp look like, "Please don't do this." But Greg, to his credit, tried to smooth it over. He said, "Of course. I didn't mean to suggest otherwise." She looked like I had slapped her across the face. Her eyes welled up. She said, "I just want us to move forward. Your dad would have wanted us to be happy." And that's when I said the thing I think triggered everything. "No offense, but maybe you should have waited a little longer before moving forward so fast." The rest of dinner was awkward, quiet, painful. And I didn't stay long afterward. But later that night, Mom texted me, "You embarrassed me in front of Greg. You need to grow up and stop living in the past." After that night, everything shifted. My mom didn't call me for 3 days. No good morning texts. No hope you're okay. Just silence. And you know what? First, I was okay with that. I felt like I had finally said what was sitting in my chest like a stone since she introduced Greg. But then came the group text. A message from my sister Emma. It read, "You could have handled that better. Mom's devastated. Greg's thinking about postponing the engagement because he feels unwelcome." Was that your goal? My goal was to not have to bury the memory of my dad just because someone new walked in wearing a suit and smiling like everything was fine. Greg's not a bad guy. I know that. But maybe, just maybe, I'm not ready for him to be part of our family yet. And maybe, I never will be. My mom still hasn't brought it up. Not once. She talks around it. She invites me to dinner, says Greg will probably not stay the whole time, or that he's busy that night anyway. It's like she's trying to press rewind without actually apologizing, or even acknowledging how much this hurts. He sent me a message too. Just one. I know I'll never be your dad, but I'd like the chance to earn your respect. I haven't responded yet, because I'm not sure what to say. I don't want to be cruel, but I'm still grieving, and I'm not done loving the man who raised me, just because someone else is ready to take his seat at the table. Grief is strange. It doesn't vanish when someone new shows up. It doesn't fade just because the people around you are ready to move on. Sometimes, it gets louder, especially when it feels like the person you lost is being replaced, intentionally or not. I didn't start a fight that night to ruin anything. I just couldn't stay silent anymore. I couldn't pretend like my dad's memory wasn't worth defending. So, was I wrong? Maybe I could have picked a better time. Maybe I should have pulled my mom aside, had a private moment, spoken softer. But I also think, sometimes the most honest things we say are the ones we can't hold back. Would you have done the same? Would you have stayed quiet? Or stood up, knowing it might break something that can't be put back together? Backhand index pointing down, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Backhand index pointing down. And if this story resonated with you, even just a little, please give it a like. Hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more raw, emotional stories from real people just like this one. There's always another secret waiting in the shed. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and don't forget to check in with the people you love. Studio microphone, this is Secret Shed Stories. Signing off.